Hello and welcome to the wrestling group. I'm your host for today's video, Matt, and today we are going to be doing my Wrestlepalooza pay-per-view predictions. So many of you may not know, but this used to be an ECW pay-per-view, and WWE have now picked it up to rebrand it. And Yeah, I mean, I can't say myself. I've never seen any of the ECW ones, but I might have to give them a go and see how they go, see how they are. Obviously, it's going to be a difference in style. Obviously, ECW is obviously extreme wrestling, and obviously WWE. They don't have any specialty matches. I don't think. I think it's just all normal ones. Um, But there is some good matches. To be fair, it's all big superstars to be in the matches. I feel like there could be maybe there could have been another maybe two matches to the card, or maybe some of the matches could have been better. I think in my eyes, to be fair, or even some of them could have like at least two have a stipulation. Um, I've seen rumours of that triangle ring. I don't know if that's true or how that's going to come about. But I really hope that's not a thing because that looks absolutely dreadful. And TNA wrestlers complain about the octagon ring, like it's gonna be this ring would be even more painful. It's like it's tiny, so I hope it's not true. I hope it's just a normal square-sided ring. Anyway, let's just dive into the predictions now, and we will start off with the first match of the night that we know of already, and that is John Cena versus Brock Lesnar. So these two guys have obviously had a back and forth rivalry for years. Back when John Cena was the Thugonomics, Doctor of Thugonomics. He had rivalries then, and then obviously when Lesnar returned back in 2012, he came back and F5'd John Cena after WrestleMania 27, I want to say. 28, actually, I think it's WrestleMania 28, yeah, that one. Because that's the one where Cena loses to The Rock, yeah, and it's the night after that. So, let's moving on to that. They've had many matches in the past. Obviously, John Cena was the original person to enter Suplex City as well. So that was a good start to that era of Brock Lesnar himself. He obviously developed the Suplex City character, and he stuck with it. It's hard to tell what he is at the moment, Lesnar, because he is a face. He's meant to be a heel, but he's like one of the heels that people just like now. He's too over as a he's been hated before as a heel, but now he's like he is what he is. He's Brock Lesnar. Like he's a badass, but he is also people do enjoy seeing him now as well. Like he does have a comedic side to himself now a little bit. Um, like obviously when he split his jeans on Raw on SmackDown, and obviously he laughed it off and started dancing in the ring and high fiving crowd members. So it's hard to tell what he is right now, but I enjoy seeing Brock Lesnar. I don't mind seeing this match. These have had good matches in the past. It's one of Lesnar's one of Lesnar's opponents that he can actually have a good match with. Obviously, Brock, since Lesnar's return, but we can only say he's only had really a handful of great matches. A lot of them have just been squash matches, like just him suplexing, and that's it. And those ones are the ones that you don't really pay attention to. But like, there is good ones in the past where he's faced Undertaker, Cena, Punk in 2013 in the SummerSlam match. That's one of my favorite ones. Um, just there is a few other people I can't think off the top of my head. The Fatal 4-Way at SummerSlam, Samoa Joe, Great Balls of Fire, that was a good one as well. Um, he's had plenty of good ones, but a lot of them are quite squash matches. But anyway, moving on to it, I think they'll have a good match. I think the winner of this match will be ultimately Brock Lesnar. John Cena doesn't need to win this match necessarily, but Obviously, it would be good if he could keep a little win streak going just before he retires. But at the same time, I don't feel like why Brock Lesnar should lose this match. It's a return match. So I'm gonna say Lesnar. But I'm gonna say maybe due to shenanigans, I feel like someone's gonna come down who's gonna be John Cena's next opponent, and I feel like it's he's gonna do something to Lesnar. To Cena, sorry, for Lesnar to end up winning. Then number two, we have the match two. We have the Usos, so it's Jimmy and Jay, versus Divisions Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker in a tag match. I think this is the return of Usos' first time teaming together in a while. I could be wrong by that, but don't quote me though. Uso is one of the best tag teams of all time, hands down. Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed, they're not tag team people. They should be doing their own things, solo matches, not a. I don't think they should be a tag team at all. I don't mind them being in a faction, but still have them doing their own thing, kind of. But yeah, I think the Usos. I, See, this is the thing. Everyone's now thinking that maybe Jay might turn heel, but what's the point? Stick the Usos back together as a tag team. We don't need to. I don't need to see them as a heel right now. No, they don't also need to break them up again. I don't want them to then turn them. They could just turn them both heel. To be fair, at that point. But I'm gonna go with the Usos, and then we have CM Punk and AJ Lee versus Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. So we've got obviously the returning AJ Lee. She hasn't been seen since I want to say 2013, maybe 2014. Um, but yeah, returning match. She got a really big pop. Everyone was obviously expecting her to come back with the upcoming weeks to a return. Um, and we're getting this mixed tag match. I feel like they probably could have done two separate matches here. To be honest, this is what I mean. I feel like they could have done AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch and then CM Punk versus Seth Rollins. They didn't have to do a mixed tag, but I get it because obviously it's AJ's first match back in like over what, like 13 years nearly. So it's a good pace starting match to get her back in the ring. I don't know what her future is going to look like in the company. If she's going to be maybe part time or full time. And if she does become full time, then fair enough. I know hopefully maybe she eventually takes the title from Becky Lynch, becomes IC champ. I wouldn't mind that. But there's also a lot of good talent. I'm still waiting to win titles too. Like we've got people from NXT to still come up that I'm really excited to see on the main roster soon. So all these people that are coming back, they're not going to be able to hold these titles for long. But anyway, the winners of this match I think will be CM Punk and AJ Lee. It can't not be, as it's AJ's return. But yeah, we've got Seth Rollins, Becky Lynch. I'm not really a big fan of Becky Lynch, and I always say this, but the last few weeks I've been enjoying her promos a little bit. The whole I'm the best in the world, Sports Illustrated even say it just gets me. It makes me laugh all the time. And like like I say, I'm enjoying her promos lately, but I still don't think she is the greatest female wrestler. And I've seen this lists, the different lists, and she's always number one, and I don't get it, really don't. Number one for me is Asuka. I think she's the best female wrestler of all time. I don't think you can't go wrong with her. But There you go. Yeah, CM Punk, AJ Lee, right? And the next match we have is Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre for the WWE title. So Drew McIntyre, to me, is one of the superstars that you can always count on to be in a main event title picture. Whether he wins or whether he loses, he will always have a good match, I think, in my eyes. Cody Rhodes, he's just as good too. I don't see why this match couldn't be a really good one. It is for the WWE title. I think Cody Rhodes will retain still. I think it's going to lead. I think the way it's going to maybe go, I think it's going to be Rock versus Cody for the WWE title next year at WrestleMania. I think that's what they're building to. And for that to happen, Drew McIntyre is not going to be winning this match. But that's a big step up away from WrestleMania. There's a lot that could happen between them. Cody could get injured or something. Maybe, you never know. Hopefully not, obviously. But again, as I say, I don't see why these two couldn't have a great match. So yeah. But I'm gonna say Cody Rhodes is gonna retain. And then finally in the main event, I'm assuming it's going to be in the main event. I'd rather this be in the main event than Cody Rhodes, Drew McIntyre, but Io Sky versus Stephanie Vicker for the vacant Women's World Championship. So, obviously, Naomi had to relinquish the title a few weeks ago as she announced she was pregnant with Jimmy Uso, baby Uso. And obviously the title had to then be vacated, and they announced Io Sky would be facing Stephanie Vicker for the world title instead. And to be honest, this is the match I was hoping to see at Clash of Paris, to be honest. So instead, I'm getting this at Wrestlepalooza. Fair enough. I don't care where it's at. I just want to see it. And I think this match is gonna just be absolutely amazing. Stephanie Vicker, also one of the best easily in my top three favorite female wrestlers right now. And then Io Sky, 100% as well. My top three is Asuka, Io Sky, Stephanie Vicker. They're my top three, and then Rhea Ripley fourth. But those three women right there are just absolutely brilliant. And I don't see why these two couldn't tear the house down tonight. Like they've had Io Sky had one of the best women's matches I've ever seen between her and Rhea Ripley, and then obviously you had then now you've got Stephanie Vicker, who's absolutely phenomenal in the ring too. Put the world title on the line. I feel it's going to be Stephanie Vicker for me. I don't feel like Io Sky needs to win the world title again. She's just lost it. Had a great run with it as well. I enjoyed all of her matches with this world title run. I feel like her world title run was better than her WWE title run. When she lost to Bayley at Mania. I feel like this one was better. I feel like she had better matches. And as much they did the whole overlooking Io Sky a few times and putting her in triple threat matches, and they'd overlook her, and then turned out she was fucking always coming out on top and always having the best matches. So to me, she's easily in top. She's easily second for me as my favorite female wrestler of all time. And as I say, I think it's going to be a great match. But I feel like Stephanie is going to walk out the new women's world champion. And that is it, guys. That is my predictions. So make sure that you give this video a like and subscribe to be notified when we upload more videos, and even comment below on who you think is going to win at Wrestlepalooza tomorrow night. Thanks for watching, guys.